Oh, yeah, people. I guess this outgoing message is for all the crickets still out there. Because, people, I know that's a long way around just to talk about those questions, but I have to do that just to show you how far off these questions are. But he gets to present this stuff so simply, and he's going to be praised for it. But I did the breakdown. I don't have to go over it again. But when you listen to Pat Miller of WOWO-AM today, WOWO-FM, well, he's going to talk about how great Chris Wallace is. And he's going to bring up that question about the Constitution. And you can contrast that to my stuff here. You can do it. Because with Pat Miller, it's so ridiculous. This mug loved Ted Cruz when Ted Cruz was a candidate. He'll tell you, Pat Miller, he'll tell you, I worked for Ted Cruz. I campaigned for him, tried to get him elected, but that didn't work. So now I got to hold my nose and vote for Trump. And then one of Pat Miller's callers, he's like, well, dude, I got to dog you a little bit because, you're talking about you got to hold your nose and vote for Trump. Why do you have to hold your nose? Why do you have to hold your nose? Why does it stink to you, but you're voting for this guy? That's absolutely madcap. But Pat Miller, he needed Ted Cruz when he loved all this Christian morality. It was all about this Christian morality, all about that. But now you have Donald Trump who doesn't represent any of that, none of it. But now, you got Pat Miller's callers calling in saying, hey, we're not trying to elect a Sunday school teacher. We're not. Dumb old Glenn Beck, talking about how Ted Cruz was sent from God to act as the 2016 version of Moses doing God's work. Glenn Beck saying that on WOWO-AM. We're supposed to believe that when Ted Cruz is a guy, but when he isn't, well, now we're not trying to hire a Sunday school teacher. I guess that's what Ted Cruz was going to be, the Sunday school teacher president from Little House on the Prairie, Ted Cruz. But that didn't happen. We got, Donald Trump, doing all this country club talk. It's going to be boy talk, according to Melania Trump. Locker room talk, but it's country club talk, sexual predator talk, where the first defense, from this Access Hollywood stuff, the first defense from Trump is, well, I was just going along, whatever. 11 years ago, I was only 59 years old, and my buddy Bill Clinton says worse stuff than that to me on the golf course. Country club talk, people. But it's Bill Clinton, that's his defense. And he's going to say these women that have now said that I do stuff like that, well, they're a bunch of liars and opportunists. Here in Fort Wayne, Christian Pat Miller, he's right there with Donald Trump. Just dogging those women, that's just what we get here. But Bill Clinton, he's the worst. And then somehow, Donald Trump and Pat Miller, WOWO-AM, using Bill Clinton's sins against Hillary Clinton, using that as ammunition against Hillary Clinton. Just saying that Hillary Clinton is savagely attacking women. And that's how Pat Miller does it here. He has to push this guy. And that's what he's doing. He's just going to push him. Now, it's really hypocritical because Hillary Clinton, she's sticking to her marriage vows. She forgave these trespasses against her and stuck to her marriage vows. That means nothing to Pat Miller, nothing. And because according to Pat Miller and his callers, Donald Trump is like David from the Old Testament, King David. That's Donald Trump because Ted Cruz is Moses. That's what we're getting. Donald Trump on his third wife, he had the Clintons at his wedding to Melania. But when Melania is pregnant with Barron, that's when Donald Trump is on the Access Hollywood bus talking about grabbing by the pussy. Yeah, people. Pat Miller, WOWO-AM, has to defend that. I don't know what the lovely Mrs. Miller thinks about that. I just don't know. All I know about the lovely Mrs. Miller is that she and Pat Miller are selling all this weight loss stuff. When Pat Miller's not selling Niagara therapy beds, So I don't know what the lovely Mrs. Miller thinks about all this junk that Pat Miller has to defend. But to the lovely Mrs. Miller, if you want to know what it's like to get with a real man, just call Dean J. Give me a call. Because your marriage may be invalid, because I don't think you're married to a man. Pat Miller is no man. I don't know what he is, but I got to go. I'm Dean Robinson, SummitCityNoise.com. I'll talk to you soon.